Okay, cool. Thanks for being on, everyone. Healthy Huddle number 1. So officially 1 week in the books. And I thought we could just kind of go around and introduce ourselves, kind of say like where we're at, what we're hoping to get out of the challenge, and maybe like share like what our goals are and stuff. Sound all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can start just to take the pressure off. I'm going to share my screen because kind of like having a visual. Can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, like, I did the 5-in-1 program, which you're both familiar with, and some people who are going to watch the recording may not know what that is, but it's through a company called Take Shape for Life, and two years and like maybe 2 months ago, I did the program and lost 20 pounds and have kept it off using the Habits of Health, which is what we're all kind of getting exposed to in the Meltdown Challenge, just kind of making those small daily changes. But that's really what's made this a lifestyle change for us, helped us keep the weight off and always wanting to like just take it to the next level. So yeah, and it was such a game changer for us that started coaching 2 years ago. Next month will be our 2-year anniversary. So it's been awesome. And like, I never, ever, ever thought we'd be team captains of a health challenge. Like that seemed so remote for me 2 years ago. It's crazy how things have changed. But I have 2 little boys who are twins, and they will be 6 next month. And so grateful to have taken the weight off, but also to now be incorporating healthy habits daily, just so like I don't want to be the mom that has to sit in the ski lodge while my husband takes the kids skiing, or be the mom that sits at home while all the guys go on a hike. So I just kind of saw that writing on the wall, like if I kept going down the path I was going on, that I was going to get left behind. So took the weight off 2 years ago, and then my goal for this challenge is to do something active every day and to really tone up and get strong. And there's a girl on our team, Kelly, and I think she had posted one of her goals was to get shredded. And I was like, yes, that sounds good. Sign me up. So that's me and my goals. I'll let Tracy go next if I figure out how to switch this over. Okay. Now you guys see Tracy?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so I started on the program in March, and I lost 3 pounds. We've been in it since July.
Oh, it's cutting out. Say it again.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little crackly.
Oh, I think that, okay, hold on. I know what to do. Better?
Yes.
All right. So I have been on the program, the full 5-in-1 program, starting in March, and in about 4 months, I lost 38 pounds. So I've been in maintenance since July. My daughter was 3.5 when I decided to go on the program, and I was still carrying all but 6 pounds of the baby weight that I gained when I was pregnant with her. So I just finally was kind of ready for something better and something different, and I kind of felt like I was sort of just missing out on life a little bit. And so I just wanted to lose the weight and like feel better about myself is kind of where it started for me. But then it went so many other directions that I did not anticipate. I never really planned on coaching, and that kind of just all happened. And it's been really awesome for our family just because we are using the Habits of Health. And I feel like I'm contributing a little bit more to like our livelihood, but also just in general, we are just, I guess we are all sort of better because I feel like I'm like better myself. It kind of started from the inside out for me. So that's my story. I love it. Okay, so we should be off screen share now.
Yeah.
Amber, you want to go?
Sure. I discovered Take Shape for Life through the therapy world. I'm a speech therapist by trade, and so I started a program in February purely as a diet, sort of my Hail Mary, because I had tried anything and everything. I always kind of refer to everything from, largely because of him, but Weight Watchers, Plexus, Advocare, HCG injections was sort of my rock bottom, I always say. But my 20-year high school reunion was scheduled for August, and I knew that if I didn't lose the weight, I was not going to go. And I was already fighting just depression and anxiety because I had gained so much weight after having babies and just spending all my energy and time on my family. It's just like so many moms in particular that sort of lose themselves. And so I was very successful very quickly. Lost, I think, 22 pounds my first month and 6 or 7 inches when people obviously started to notice and ask. And I called my health coach and asked if she wanted me to, basically didn't know what to do with them. I said, do you want me to send them to your website, have them call you? And she said, well, you can, or you can coach them. And it was just something that I think I knew pretty immediately was something I was meant to do, and it's near and dear to my heart, and has become certainly my passion. So I've been coaching since the end of March, and supporting anywhere between 25 and 35 people, and loving every minute of it. I am probably right at 40 pounds-ish, another 2.6 after this challenge, first week of the challenge. So I'm moving in the right direction. Probably about 20 shy of my goal, 20, 25, depends. But yeah, that's me. I'm loving it.
Awesome. Did you say what you wanted, your goal? Did either of you?
I don't think I did either.
Okay, whoops. Go back.
My goal is to lose the 6, since I'm not maintenance, it is to definitely lose the 6% to be considered a winner. But I also really cannot get enough tips on how to manage stress, because stress is my trigger for all things bad and evil in my life. So, and not even necessarily bad stress. Sometimes it's good anxiety or just anxiousness and restlessness or whatever. So I would love and am hoping to get lots of tips and tricks in that arena. And put your leg down.
Share your goals.
Mine is mostly get back to working out regularly, because the summer was so busy, I kind of fell off the wagon and the exercise department. So that would be the biggest thing for me. And then just to, I guess, sort of, as a team room leader, just to reach more people, just to share, I guess, what's out there, just the habits of health. And I think that like Dr. A's ebook minutes, it's like very small, very digestible information. And I think that's been really awesome. So just, I don't know, just reaching more people, I guess, is another goal of mine. So
awesome. All right, Jamie, tell us about that.
So Amber introduced me to, we're very good friends, and I knew what she was doing with her journey. And so I, over the summer, well, it really started probably 18 months ago, had just gotten into some really bad eating habits, bad drinking habits, and finally had just kind of hit rock bottom with feeling just depressed and anxious. And I've never struggled with weight before. And finally, seeing the number that was like back when I was carrying babies. And so kind of freaked out and decided I need to do something about it. And so I love working out. I love being active. So that's not my challenge at all, but I'm totally on the same page with Ember as far as trying to find ways to manage, wine and food were my, my go-to stress relievers. So I'm trying to find other ways to manage that. And I've been taking walks and running with my son at night. And so instead of, grabbing a glass of wine and some snacks. So it's been really good. My goal is to, lose the 6% that, is on the challenge, but I have a goal to lose 20 pounds. And I've already lost 7 in a week. So I'm really excited, and I love how easy the meal replacements are. It makes it just so easy with how busy we are right now. So that's my story.
Totally. I love it. All right. I'm going to see. All right. And who joined us on the phone?
This is Shara. How are you?
Good.
Hey, Shara.
Hi. Sorry, my door is squeaking. We're getting ready to leave to go eat.
So glad you're on. Yay. Shara is the one that Sherry. Shara is our friend that you can't see her, baby. She's on the phone. She's the one that
I'm on the phone.
Yeah, Andy's looking for you, Shar. We were talking about carbs versus counting calories yesterday. Shara is an amazing, fantastic singer at our church, and she's teeny tiny, but she has some goals as well.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Shari, you want to introduce yourself a little bit, like where you are health-wise and what you want to get out of the challenge and maybe like a goal or two?
Sure. So I think where I am health-wise is I feel like I'm pretty healthy in my activity level. I love to go to the gym and do classes, and we like to be outside and run around. As far as eating habits, I think with two little kids, it's easier to eat macaroni and cheese than to eat, green beans and vegetables because it's just what the kids are wanting to eat right now.
Right.
So trying to incorporate more, especially because one of my kids won't touch a vegetable with a 10-foot pole. So that has been our challenge lately. So we went to family camp this year, and I gained 5 pounds at camp. And normally in my life, I would just cut back a little here and there, and it would be gone in a week. And it has yet to come off. That was in June. So I feel like, okay, something is different. My body is different. I turned 40 this year. Don't tell anyone. And so I feel like there's a hormonal shift going on, and just trying to get back under control and back into balance, I guess,
Right.
and learning some new things, because it's always been a number for me on the scale. If I see a certain number, then I go, oh, I need to back off some things. And like I said, in a couple of days, it would normalize. But this time, I'm having to learn that it's not just the number; it's what you're putting in your mouth.
Totally.
So that's my goal. That's kind of where I'm at.
Awesome. Well,
And I do have to say, I just figured this whole thing out with, talking to Ember the other day that, I have to worry about carbs, not just number of calories.
oh girl.
So, that's not, because I really like my carbohydrates.
And what I found, like, that I had totally missed, like, in 30 years of life, was blood sugar, like, and how you can really use that to your advantage, or it can really work against you. I always just thought blood sugar was for diabetics. But like that for me was the game changer. And I know for sure, like, when I've let the reins a little too loose and I'm having too much carbs and sugar, like, I can definitely feel the difference.
Right.
So yeah, I think you'll get a lot from the challenge in that regard. Just the fueling, and that's also why the eating 6 small meals a day helps, because that keeps your blood sugar stable too.
Yeah, I think one of the things I think Ember kind of touched on is I've kind of conditioned myself now that in the evenings, once the kids go to bed, it's okay, let's have a glass of wine and a snack and read a book. And it's usually like popcorn with butter or, crackers and cheese and my wine. And I'm realizing it's not because I'm hungry, it's just because it's comfortable.
Yes. It's your treat. It's your reward for the hard day.
Yes.
I get that. So obviously, like, I am not perfect, and I don't think any of the health coaches online would say that. So I don't want to get into, like, giving advice. I think sometimes it's just easy. It's a lot better to, like, share, and, like, kind of once you put it out there and say it out loud, you're aware of it.
Right.
And I don't want the Healthy Huddle to be like a telling call either. Like, I want us to share, and if we want advice or if we want to brainstorm, like, we can ask for it. Otherwise, like, I don't want anyone to think like they're coming on the call to get told, like, what to do. So with that said, like, let's talk, like, is there any challenges that you guys are overcoming that you want us as a group to brainstorm and not just like one of us to tell you what to do? Or is there any logistical things with Meltdown Challenge that you have questions about?
I don't have the logistical stuff. I mean, mine's just as far as, I think Amber and I have talked about some of the tips of, like, the stress relief. Like, can you take a bath instead of whatever? Can you reward yourself, some way else? And so I think that's just learning a new habit,
Right. So for me, like, because I agree, like, mine's maybe not necessarily like bad stress, but it's definitely emotional. So, like, it is bad stress triggered, but it's also like, yeah, it was awesome today. Like, I'm going to celebrate and whatever. Or, you know, it's Friday and it brings on that whole, like, it's time for the weekend. Let's do something celebratory or whatever. So part of my breakthrough, like, since this challenge has happened, has been kind of like a spiritual one.
Can we get a table?
It's just like knowing you get to that point
Yeah,
where,
I
like,
only have one car seat.
sometimes you don't have control.
Okay, I'll just be there.
That's Shara's phone.
I got it. Because sometimes, like, it's bigger than you. Sometimes you honestly don't have control. Like, you either go into autopilot or your emotions take over, you know? So whenever I'm starting to feel that way, I kind of just take a moment and, like, you know, like, pray, or, you know, just take a moment and, like, be like, okay, this isn't what I want. Like, long term, this isn't going to help me move me forward. Like, please give me the strength to, you know, not do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's been my breakthrough. It took 2 years, like, for me to figure that out. And, like, I know you have ups and downs. So this won't always probably be it probably always will be, but, like, I'm not going to always be able to be perfect, right? Like, you have those moments when you do fail. So
Right.
that's just something that's helping me right now.
Jamie and I were talking about the Stop Challenge Choose, and then today, that's what Dr. A's minute, or the reading maybe, was that video clip of Challenge Choose. And I was actually comforted when she said it's not something that you just get immediately. It takes a lot of practice and conscious awareness before that becomes sort of second nature or first nature, hopefully.
Yeah.
And Jamie and I've had some really candid texting back and forth about how it sucks to reprogram what our go-to stress relievers were, because it's always a vice. It's not like you ever just want to go and just binge read on personal development. You want to go and eat cake, or you want to, whatever it is, you know, it's always a negative thing that has consequences, long-term consequences.
Right.
I mean, and even today when I weighed in, I was like, yes, 2.6 down. And I immediately was wanting to celebrate with, and I had to stop and be like, that makes no sense. I'm not going to go celebrate my 2.6 with a meal out.
Right. Yes.
But
I know. And I really am a firm believer, like you said, like, reprogramming, you can't just break a bad habit. Like, you have to replace the bad habit with a good habit and train yourself in the good habit. So, like, I admire people that stress relief, they go to the gym or they go for a run, or, you know, I admire people like that, because wasn't me, not me, you know. But I have had success in retraining the wine habit. But I mean, I fall off every once in a while. But, you know, like, a glass of or cup of hot tea and, like, the brownie really make me happy at night.
Mm-hmm.
And I sleep better, and I wake up better. You know, it's just a cycle.
It is. I'm loving my sugar-free Jell-O at night.
Yeah, that's good. Good. Well, you guys are awesome. I love being on a team with y'all. So, is there anything else that we want to chat before we end the recording? We're good? All right. Well, Amber, I know your OCD-ness loves to get this marked exactly 1 week. We have 1 week in the books. So we'll try to schedule it again for next Wednesday, and maybe do it a little bit later to kind of catch people who need it to be later after work and stuff. That sound all right?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Let's have a great week, everyone.
Thanks so
all
much.
right, thanks, Sharon.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, guys.
I am.
Bye.